Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr., and we are back with more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Here with Horsella Oatbag, the crack shot. Really sweet title for us. And I don't know if you've noticed already, but we have a new microphone, actually. It's not a new microphone, but it is a recorder that I didn't realize could be used as a USB microphone until I just saw it lying there, and I thought I'd give it a try, and it seems to work great. Um, it's still not perfect. It's not like I have a proper recording studio in here or anything, but I was just using my webcam microphone before, and that was really unprofessional. So hopefully sounds a lot better. Hopefully I can say all of these sibilants without oversaturating the mic and things like that. It seemed a lot better when I was testing. So anyway, hopefully this will be better, and we'll just take it from here. Yeah, I figured if I'm going to be making all these videos, I might as well not be super lazy about it. I might as well use this microphone if I have it lying around, so give it a try. Anyway, going back to the game, we're here and we are doing pretty well. We just made our way through the vaults and the depths, and I think that the next thing that we wanted to do was something like, well, first of all, eat something. Let's eat this royal jelly there. Royal jelly. That's pretty delicious. Yeah, royal jellies do not restore your abilities anymore, otherwise I would have saved that for sure. So I think the next thing we might do, I don't think I want to record forever because it's already pretty late, but I did want to test out this new microphone, so let's go into the crypt maybe. I'm debating between doing the slime pit and doing the crypt. The slime pit I think we are relatively well prepared for, because, well, we have the corrosion, we have the cold resistance if we wear that ice dragon armor. I don't know, I'm just slightly terrified of the new slime pit, so let's check out the crypt first, and we'll probably just make our way through the crypt and then call it a video. We're also probably relatively ready for Vault 5, so we might just do crypt, then slime, then Vault 5, Zot at some point, maybe in between there, and then eventually work our way towards Zot 5. That's the long-term plan. But let's do crypt first. We have relatively good negative energy resistance, which helps. Our inventory is fine, I think. Yep. I don't even know if we're going to do tomb. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Might not be worth it. But it might be fun. I don't know. We're enjoying this character. We're having a good time with this character. So maybe we will be reluctant to see her go. Alright, a whole bunch of skeletons. Let's just chop them down. I was just noticing my AC is, wow, 40 now with Kozlal abilities, so that's really impressive AC. That's a ghost crab. That's bizarre. Of course, we are going to be mega loud in here. Ultra super loud. And we could be shooting our arrows. Maybe I should be doing that, but I kind of like this thing gives me negative energy resistance. Back off to the stairs and just sort of use the glaive on these guys. Lost soul. Shoot it down. Yeah, there we go. I mean, we're pretty good with the glaive. I mean, seriously, our pull arms is up to 15. That's got to be approaching min delay for this thing at least. I'm not sure exactly. I never looked it up. But whatever, I mean, we're feeling good. A strange disturbance. Oh, yeah. It's the shadow wraith. Oh, we can see invisible. No problem. Shadow wraiths are pink. That seems like a weird choice for them. Like a permanently invisible monster. You wouldn't think that would be represented by bright pink, in my mind, but I'm not sure. We're going to use our bow for this because it's a nasty looking vampire knight. There we go. Yeah. Most of the time we're feeling comfortable with our glaive. Let's use our bow just because there's people coming at us from multiple angles. Yep. That's a vampire. Whenever we see vampires, it sort of behooves us to use the bow because they go invisible. Like, look, yeah, he's invisible right there. We just killed zombies with our flames, I think they're relatively stupid to the point that they are happy to just walk through your clouds most of the time. Here comes a Death Knight. Let's shoot him down before he starts reflecting energy at us. I noticed that those are not deep dwarf Death Knights anymore. Just generic Death Knights. Which kind of makes sense. It didn't really make sense that they were Death Knights to begin with. Although, the fact that deep dwarf Death Knights exist led me to play a deep dwarf of Iridelum Newell. I actually won that game. That was a really, really crazy game. Whoa, okay, so we're engulfed in flame. Whoa. Really welcome to... Oh, am I in thunder? Okay, brilliant. So let's cast portal projectile. Hopefully not starve. Yeah, I just noticed we're near starving. And then fire at this crab. There we go. Still... Oh, we're in ghostly flame now, so let's back off. And we gotta eat something real quick. Let's eat just a quick fruit. And then when things calm down a little bit, we'll eat something a little bit more substantial than that. Yep. No cold resistance, but doesn't really matter that much when we can shoot these guys down from a distance. I mean, seriously, they can't even touch us. Shooting bolts of cold and stuff is a real concern. But we also have repelled missiles for stuff like that, so... We just need to not get a melee range of an Ice Fiend and we'll be okay. Also, we could wear that Ice Dragon armor. Unborn. Let's put on the portal projectile for that. Just to make sure we deal with him efficiently. And a Profane Servitor, whoa. That's pretty crazy. Are we faster than him? Doesn't look like it. Whoops. I didn't really mean to get all up in range. I didn't mean to go into unexplored territory here. Just try not to open that door. I think we'll be okay. We did get drained slightly. But we got him. Alright, here comes a ghoul. I think we should be faster than a ghoul. Yeah. Hopefully my voice sounds a lot better now. I can stop using my transatlantic radio voice. My old-timey radio voice. Previously on Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, Horsella Oatbag was left in certain peril. Immediate doom. How will she survive? Find out next time on Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. This is Walrus McFish Sr. signing off. That was a pretty bad old-timey radio voice. Thought I could do a better old-time radio voice than that. Guess I wouldn't have cut it as an old-time radio guy. Guess I'm glad that I live in the age that I do. Yeah, I'm glad I have this new microphone. That's the point I was trying to make, is that webcam mic was terrible. It really only picked up on the treble range of my voice when I actually have a relatively deep bass voice. So hopefully this is much more pleasant to listen to. More like my natural speaking voice, as opposed to a tinny approximation that gets completely oversaturated. Here's an ancient champion. These guys mean business. I noticed that they are now pink as well. They used to be golden and like flash between gold and brown. It was pretty cool. I guess they're not doing that anymore. We use portal projectile just to make sure that we're good. I don't know if they can torment us or anything, but they can do some other stuff. They can like summon dudes and whatever. Yeah, alright, here's another one. Let's try without the portal projectile. Fine. Nice. Okay, curved jeweled staff, we don't really need. Scroll of recharging is fine. Copper wand, what is it? Wand of enslavement. We're probably never going to use it. Shoot down a necromancer and hopefully eat his corpse. Nice. Oh, that wolf spider simulacrum is dark blue. So that's interesting, right? Because the other ones we saw were sort of cyan, icy blue. So I wonder if it's like some of the zombies are brown and some of the zombies are yellow, and it's just like whichever one it is random. Or some of the simulacra are blue and some of them are cyan, and it depends. It's just randomly decided. Or possibly it's based on size or something, like the big ones are yellow, and the different size simulacra are different colors as well. I haven't been paying close enough attention. Like, look, here's a yellow zombie. We just saw a brown zombie. This is a big one, and it's yellow. So, my current hypothesis is that big zombies are yellow, and small zombies are brown. And possibly there's a similar correlation with the cyan and blue simulacra. Pair of embroidered gloves, but I mean, come on. It's not better than the Gauntlets of War. Nothing is better than the Gauntlets of War. Except for the Gauntlets of Super War. Alright, so we cleared out Crypt 1. Whoa, here's a Silent Spectre, so let's just shoot him down real quick. And then use that, the glaive. Flying skulls are nothing, so let's get a little bit of glaive practice. Yeah, and our defenses are suddenly actually pretty good. Our AC is high. Our health is really good. HP is above 200. That's pretty nice place to be. Shields is reasonable. I mean, we have some shields. And EV is not as awful as it was. I'm glad to have an EV of 16 or so. And it's only getting better. We're still training that up. So, yeah. How's our spell casting? Shroud of Galubria is in terms of that. Phase Shift is getting there. We might be able to cast Phase Shift one day. Passage of Galubria is getting really consistent. So, maybe we'll get translocations up to like 15 or so and probably call it there. We don't need to get it up forever. I don't know. I mean, the game is not going to last too much longer, I don't think. Unless we get really ambitious. But I don't think we should get that ambitious. I think I would prefer to have a safer win than to go crazy at this point. I was hoping I would have more wins on this channel by now. We've got a new microphone, a new version. Let's see if we can actually try to get a win for real with something that we're a little bit more familiar with as opposed to gallivanting through hell. Especially with an unfamiliar god and an unfamiliar version and whatever else. These are human zombies and sprigget zombies. They're small and brown, so far that does match my hypothesis. I don't know. We need more data points. Shoot down some W's. Shoot down a lost soul. Well, we don't have to. Viscous cyan potion. Could be a couple of nasty things, or it could be one relatively normal thing, or it could be one amazing thing. Potion of magic. It's the normal thing. We don't really need it, but I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. We'll probably drop it off at the stash. I can't believe we haven't found one yet. Jiangxi. And Iodolons, and all sorts of stuff. Got them all down. Whoa. Alright. So let's back off into our own flames. That's pretty neat. Alright, time for an upheaval, I think. Yeah, right here. Right in the mess of it. The Jiangxi is bolstered by the flame. I don't really approve of that. Let's back away then. Rather not fight in this ghostly flame bolstering area. I'm sure that upheaval was insanely loud and obnoxious too. We're making a huge ruckus here in this quiet place of the undead. Alright, this is annoying. I mean, we're stuck in a place with the ghost crab. Let's cast a poor projectile and then shoot down the ghost crab. Oh man, we got flayed. Ugh. Now shoot him down. There we go. And get out of here. Get out of that ghostly flame. Get out of there. It's not a good place to be. Would have expected you to know that. Very cool. That's just a ring of stealth. We certainly don't need that. Shoot down the freezing wraith. We don't want to get in melee range. Quicksilver Dragon Zombie, which would be relatively big, is yellow. There's the Draconians. Well, that's a skeleton. So, I don't know. I think that's my operating theory. I'm going to continue to test that. That cyan simulacrum is an alligator. Does that count as big? I'm not sure. So, I have to have a null data point there. Storm Dragon is definitely big, and it is cyan. So, I think the cyan simulacrum might be big. Perhaps the dark blue simulacra are smaller. And if that's the way it is, that's a reasonable distinction to draw. It was sort of weird that there was just a bunch of indistinct brown Z's and you couldn't really tell what was what when zombies were happening. So I think I'm going to stop paying attention to that, calling attention to that, unless I specifically notice a counterexample to my hypothesis. Alright. Very good. New kind of ring. Okay. Ring of poison resistance. Yeah, well, we don't really need that. Yeah, just drop that. And put on the ring of evasion again. And drop some other stuff too. Like that wand of enslavement. Our evocations is not high enough for that to be a worthwhile investment. We'd rather have another inventory slot. Stasis, fine. Here we are in Crypt 3. Did Crypt get shortened to 3 levels? Because this looks like the ending of Crypt. This looks like a Crypt end level. Let me check, actually. Control O, is that how you check? Yeah, Crypt 3 out of 3. Okay, well, that's interesting. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. So this video might be even shorter than I expected. Which leads me to believe that maybe we could go do slime too, actually. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. I was expecting to go through 5 levels. I also might not want to make a super long video just in case the sound does not work as I expect. But, alright, so let's see. I don't necessarily want to shoot arrows off into the water, so let's just glaive these guys down a little bit. I'm not sure if the Lost Soul can actually get the gargoyles, which is interesting. Gargoyles have sort of a weird relationship with life. It's not exactly clear how they fit in. It's Wiggloff, also a G, so dwarves are G now. And I remember now, dwarves are not, they didn't used to be H's, they used to be Q's. I remember it distinctly now. So yeah, deep dwarves were Q's. The reason I was thinking H, because I think that's the way it was in NetHack, right? The H's were like the little humanoids, so the Dwarven Mines was filled with H's, and occasionally you would see a homunculus, which was an H. So that's Wiggloff. He is not the worst dude in the world, but he's not the easiest either. I think we should be able to just shoot him down pretty quick, though, before he buffs himself too much. Yeah, there we go. Titan Zombie is yellow and large. Okay, I said I was going to stop calling attention to that. I'm just glad I was able to figure that out. You know, it was sort of a puzzle. I'm glad that I think we arrived at a reasonable hypothesis. I think this is worth an upheaval, actually. Let's upheaval this. Okay. Well, we softened them up at least. And now these guys are so stupid, they're just going to walk through our stuff. Let's get out the bow and shoot them down like that, yeah. Because they're really stupid. And slow. And weak. Stupid undead have got nothing on us. Go living, people. Yeah, man. Team living. Although, honestly, our only win on this channel was with that vampire. Although vampires, they also have sort of a weird relationship with life and undeath. Not as weird as gargoyles, but gargoyles have got a weird thing. It's like, are they alive? Are they dead? Are they actually like golems or statues? Or what is their deal? Are they mechanical constructs? They're treated as separately from all the other races in physical races in Crawl, I believe. Playable races, I mean. I just said physical because I saw physical attacks, protected from physical attacks on the screen, so I said physical. Well, I meant to say playable. But yeah, all the other characters, most of them are alive, of course, and then a couple of them are undead. And then there is, you know, the gargoyles, which are neither alive nor undead. They just sort of are. Like when you pray, normally when you pray without a religion, it just says something like, you contemplate the meaning of life. And then if you're undead, when you do it, it says you contemplate the meaning of unlife, which is funny. You know, because it's funny. You don't exactly expect them to have thought of that, but they did, you know. And then if you do it as a gargoyle, it says you contemplate the meaning of existence. So it's kind of ambiguous. Let's eat something. Let's eat a bread ration. We've got 24 of them. Man, it's crazy to be carrying around so much food. And we can continue to just tab these guys. It gives us better RN plus to have this thing out, so I'm not too worried about getting drained, seriously. Scroll of Torment is not our style. Yeah, so this is the end of Crypts. I thought I recognized that that business, that vault entrance there with the gargoyles and the water. And I was correct, so that's really interesting. Here's a cursed skull. How are we expecting to deal with this? I guess back off, get at the bow, cast portal projectile, and then, yes, take him out. Yeah, nice. Come on, get him. Don't torment me. Very good. All right, portal projectile. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the real reason I got portal projectile. Is to deal with situations like that, and greater mummies and things like that. What's that? Polished scale mail. I'm interested enough, we'll check it out. Nope, not at all. Here's a guardian mummy. Can we just lure this guy through our clouds? Would that be possible? Oh, yeah. Our clouds still count as us killing it. So we might as well just do it. Nothing seems to happen. Alright, well, whatever. Shadows, stupid death curses. We don't have any way to absorb death curses. I smell decay, but there's not actually any rot. So I don't know if we want to do the crypt. I get the feeling it'll be, or rather the tomb, we just did the crypt. I get the feeling the tomb will just be annoying. And I don't necessarily want to attempt it with Kozlov. I feel like Kozlov will be okay for it. I mean, he'll certainly attract everybody to a location. Because he's mega loud and the tomb is mega quiet. So especially on Tomb 3, that's kind of what you want. You sort of want everybody to swarm you at the entrance so you can stare dance and deal with them. But I don't know. We'll get tormented so much and a whole bunch of other stuff. It might not be worth our time. Here's a mummy. I don't want to get cursed, really. He's a fan of Gales. Attack. Oh no. What? Are you serious? The collateral kills? Oh, they get turned into death curses too? Ugh. That is so ridiculous. We're definitely not going into the tomb. Guaranteed. Whoa, that's a lot of skeletons. Oh, they're iron dragon skeletons and stuff. Stone dragons, they're powerful skeletons. We're gonna use our bow. Whatever. Actually, we can just kite them. Yep. Fine, and then we'll take out this mummy. And I had a magic resistance. Alright, we're gonna have to use a scroll of remove curse. Sense a monster up there. What is it? My chainmail. Alright, so I've got a lot of curse stuff. Big whoop. And there's more. They keep coming. My ring, aw man. Okay, well that's fine. We can just put it on and uncurse it. Yeah. I do like this little treasure trove up here. 30 fruits. There's just fruit in the treasure trove. That's kind of nice. That's pretty convenient. It's like you're plundering treasure, you know, you're feeling good because you got a bunch of gold, but it's like, man, you know, what's gold unless you actually have something to eat? You know, that's the true treasure down here in the crypt. So it's sort of like a Midas's touch sort of thing, but then it's conveniently provided for you, this magic fruit that never goes bad, and you're just sort of picking up all this gold and eating this pear that you just found, and it's a sweet, juicy pear, because it's like a magical treasure pear. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, that's why we got into the dungeon adventuring business. Can we shoot through this with our cursed bow? Let's give it a try. No. But we can two-shot that lich. Hopefully that's all of the mummies. We will read remove curse in the near future, assuming that's all the mummies. We just found the tomb entrance here. I like how there is like a mini treasure vault preceding the tomb too. Seems like a bad idea, honestly. Like, why would you put all this treasure up here? It seems like it would just entice people to come in, unless that's part of the trap. Weird G, anything in here that we were interested in? Dispersal. Dispersal's in this book now? It didn't used to be, right? Sure, we'll memorize dispersal. It's about the only thing we're good at is translocation, so who knows, why not? Maybe we can get that going. Okay, we have some interesting stuff. We have a potion of beneficial mutation. Let's go ahead and quaff that right now. We don't have our mutation on, so yeah, let's do that. Road brown scales. Nice little AC and HP boost there. That's pretty neat. I can definitely dig that. Hopefully that's all the mummies. Oh, I can't actually take off my stuff. So yeah, let's assume that's the mummy. That's all the mummies. We might as well clear out the floor. It's not like we need that glaive. We can use our bow. War gargoyles should be nothing. Frederick the Vigilant. Okay. Wielding a runed halberd, which is much worse than anything we have. This is the svelte guy. Yeah, we don't fit the bill for his svelteness. So I think that's rather rude, and we should portal projectile him and teach him a lesson. Can't get him through here. The withered plants are all dying even more than they were already dead. But there we go. We got a little bit of human meat, possibly tide us over. Plus that magical treasure pear. Let's not forget about that. The most delicious pear. Because it's at the bottom of the crypt. You have to get to the bottom of the crypt to get there. This man was buried with his favorite pear. Uh-oh. What did we just say? Don't get into melee range with an ice fiend. So, portal projectile. Yikes. Bolt of cold. We just gotta take out this lich immediately. Oof, this is a nasty combination of things to see. A mummy priest here. Let's take him out, please, immediately. We could get severely tormented, but there we go. Pain shoots through my body. Oh well. Alright, so could have been worse. I guess there still could be more mummies here. Let's go ahead and portal projectile, because apparently this thing is tough to hit. Here's a war gargoyle. They can shoot nasty blasts of metal shards. An ancient lich. Okay, let's respect the ancient lich. How do we do that exactly? I think my best option is just Portal Projectile. And maybe stay in melee range is the best plan, so he'll try to touch us. I mean, he could shoot iron shots at us too, but we have 200 life. Hopefully we got this. Alright, damaging. Whoa! Iron shot hit us. Alright, this is what I'm talking about. It did a lot of damage. He might also get engulfed in vapors or something. Come on. Come on, die, you stupid lich. We're gonna run away right after this. Also, there's that lost soul. We have to take it out. Got it. Alright, that was a dangerous shot, but it was totally worth it because we don't want this ancient lich to get healed up. There we go. We got it. Now we back off because who knows what else is around the corner. Yeah, look at him. That spray of metal splinters. Whoa. Back away. Back away here. Got him. Okay, we gotta back away out of here. This is a pretty dangerous place. Ancient liches. Yeah, man. Nothing to mess with. Would have been better if we had gotten a better angle on that. We could have possibly dispatched with him from a distance before we got into iron shot range or anything like that. Ravenous Book Mimic. Alright, well, that's interesting. A couple of other books in here. You know, Ancient Lich had a good repository of secrets. Book of the Earth. Again, yeah, no, that's really more of Kozlal's territory. We don't read those heretical texts as a Kozlalite. Potion of Berserker Age, nah. Book of Necromancy. I mean, you know, it cool, but nah. Not for us. Nice, taking out these withered plants. Hopefully that sets everybody here. Because you know how much undead like their withered plants. Okay, here it comes. Take out this guy. Let's step out of the ghostly flame. Oh no. Yeah, take him out though. Come on. Come on, where you go? Get him. There we go. Killed the revenant. Oh yeah, I'm still stuck wielding this weapon for a while. I just want to make sure we deal with all the mummies so I can use one remove curse. Which is really ridiculous considering how many remove curse I have. Like, there's no way I would run out. I mean, any concerns I have about that are completely ridiculous, but, yeah. So maybe I'm just being a little stingy here. Reach level 25, no stat boosts, unfortunately. Some more monsters down here. Let's eat something, maybe? Let's eat a bread ration. I don't know how many of those monsters are real and how many of them are just, you know, memories of things that we've already fought. It's hard to tell exactly sometimes with the antennae. I don't feel like it's entirely reliable. But here we go. Taking out all these jokers. I might prefer to just have my glaive for this. Yeah, alright. So, just put on my cursed ring. Yes. Yes. Read. Anything else I need to put on? I'm wearing all my cursed stuff. Read. Remove curse. Now put on Ring of Evasion again. Alright, now I can switch back and forth between my stuff. Oh look, I just got a bunch of new rings though. Maybe something good. That's neat. Three artifact rings. What do we find? Not terrible. Not the best ring I ever saw, but it's not a terrible ring, to be honest. Ring of CeHu. That's a pretty lame one. I think we're going to drop that right away. And then, one more. That's a pretty neat one, actually. That's a pretty cool ring. We could wear that. The stealth minus is actually awesome. That's sort of what we're looking for. We were trying to get as unstealthy as possible. And the just general resistances across the board. 1 intelligence, you know, just because it's a smart thing to wear. I mean, I guess. Just makes you look smart. you feel smarter when you're wearing the ring Banazat. We'll definitely hang on to it. We might incorporate that as part of our permanent repertoire. Okay, destroying a bunch of plants, exploring a bunch of stuff. Believing our way through the last remaining undead beasts and beings which reside here. There might be some guys up there or something, but it doesn't seem worth it to me to go trying to hunt them down. What else we got? This Now We Ruined Rod? Sure, we'll check it out. Lightning Rod. Could be okay. I mean, we saw the power of the Lightning Rod in our Mummy playthrough. That was really awesome, actually. We could do it, but I mean, again, you know, would Kozlov really want us to be wielding a Lightning Rod? Maybe he likes it. Could be worth hanging on to. +3 Lightning Rod. I don't know. Could be a good option. Let's put it on L, so maybe we won't forget about it. It may not be worth the slot, though. We'll see. Alright, so we can't reach over there, but I think we're good. Let's go back to our stash here real quick. And then think about our next move. So let's drop some of this stuff. Like, I don't know. Any of these wands we could drop maybe, I'm not sure. Fruits. Scroll recharging. Yeah, like this ring Okun, I'm not even so sure about anymore. We have the cold resistance we're looking for in this cool ring. I think we can drop it. Alright. We can probably drop that rage ring to the rage stealth ring. I think that's probably just taking up a slot. And now what? Do we go and check out the slime pit? It's only been about a 40-minute video. Maybe I did want to cut it there, but I'm feeling ambitious now. Yes. Very ambitious. I feel like maybe we can check out the slime pit. Let's try on this armor and see what happens. So I wear this armor. And it does pretty good for us. It seems like it's a pretty solid option. Our R fire is bad now, which means we should put on our ring. Like that. I think that works for us. I think that works reasonably well. We can put on our resist corrosion. And we can drop off some of this stuff. We can probably drop that ring of evasion right now. Alright. And some of this other stuff too. We probably want to drop some things just because going down into slime, we want to make sure we have ample slots to pick everything up without having to make multiple trips. So like clarity, resist mutation, we should keep those. Maybe I'm going to make a little sub stash over here of things that I don't need for slime, but I want in general. So this is my sub stash over here. Like, let's see, wand of invisibility. Yeah, I mean, does anything in slime even get food by invisibility? I'm not sure. I totally forgot we had that, but we'll drop it anyway. Scrolls of fear. I don't think that works in slime. Clarity, guardian spirit. We're not going to use in slime. Potions of flight, not necessary. Potions of cancellation, I'm not sure. Magic, I guess, who knows. Alright, so that gives us now 11 slots, which I feel a lot better about. Let's drop these fruits to... Well, actually, who knows? The reason I keep the fruits around, I've definitely died before because I was needing to eat something because I was starving and I only had rations. And I ate the ration and it took too long and I died. or I overestimated the amount of time it would take, and I died. So I've got bad experiences with that. I think it's worth carrying around just a snack type food, just to avoid those situations. So okay, this is like our slime kit here. Hopefully 11 slots will do it. Let's go and should we? Is it worth picking up immolation? Might be. All right, we got an immolation. We'll try it. I don't know if it's even going to work very well, but if not, I don't even know. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully we'll figure something out. I think Kozlal evocation or invocations could work pretty well. We've got this lightning rod. Okay, so here's an acid blob. I'm not really sure what this is going to do for us. Let's put on our glaive. We are wearing our resist corrosion. So let's try just tabbing this guy, I guess. See what happens. Killed him. Alright. We have RC+++ now, which is awesome. I mean, this glaive is, or this ice dragon armor has really helped us out in that regard, so I don't think we have anything to be concerned about with that. Let's use the bow, I guess, while we can, and then he gets closer, but we don't care that much because of our RC+++, so that works out. These guys are kind of hurting us. They're swarming all around, but that's what our clouds are for. It's for the swarmers. We can't really help but clear some of this. Oh, okay, well. Oh, well. Can he eat our ammo? I'm not sure. I just wanted to see what the new acid blobs were all about. It seems with the corrosion we don't have a chance of getting too corroded. Although, I don't know. We'll see. Not enough data points yet. Okay, we don't need to auto-explore everywhere. Let's go down here. I was just auto-exploring to pick up my ammunition mostly, honestly. Okay, so far so good. Happy with our power level. And if we lose some arrows to some, jellies or something like that, then so be it. Let me just make sure. It seems like we're still recording okay. It seems like the sound is still recording, so let's keep going. Nice, alright. Whoa, okay, here's a shining eye. Let's put on our resist mutation. Just in time, it seems. Portal projectile and shoot that a couple of times. Are there any more? Not that I can see immediately. So let's put on our corrosion. That's a lot of slime creatures. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. But okay, whatever. I meant to do an upheaval. Still might be appropriate. Yep. Alright, so upheaval right here. That was pretty cool. Might be worth doing one more. Yep. One more upheaval right. Well, actually. Back off, and then, yeah, upheaval up here. That's something, I think. Another one? Wow, look at that coverage. That was awesome. Alright, it might not have been necessary. Let's try not to use too many Kozlal invocations, because we might be using a bunch more pretty soon. Okay, fine. You didn't really need to explore that thoroughly. Now we can go down here. Jelly. We do have resist corrosion on, right? Okay, that's fine. Here's a bunch of these jokers. Alright, let's use our bow. Until they get closer. Now we can try our... Whoa, okay. Let's stare dance a little bit. No sense in being ultra stupid about this. These azure jellies still are not pushovers, I guess. Even with our immense cold resistance. We have our corrosion on, so this is fine. Shoot down the acid blob. We'll probably eat a few of our arrows. Resist mutation. good. Oh, what? We got a bad mutation anyway. Ugh, that's really annoying. We got teleportitis. That's so annoying. We put on a resist mutation. What were we supposed to do? Resist corrosion. Alright, well, we might have to cure mutation out of that. We only have one of them, though, so maybe we just might have to live with it. Alright, all the more reason that we might be done relatively soon. Maybe we should just try to cut a loss and get out. But, anyway. We've got resist corrosion on still. Here comes a bunch of guys. Let's try to just get a few of them upstairs. We'll just stare dance our way a little bit. Here, eat a bread ration just to get up super full. These guys hurt, but not to a concerning degree. I think we're capable of tabbing our way through. More of them. We haven't gotten corroded once. We did get mutated though. That's a pain. I have devastation. I don't even know what to think about that exactly. We'll try tabbing our way through it. Yeah. Seems to be fine. Alright. Okay. Well, we teleported. So did we just blink or did we teleport? I don't know. It might be both. It might be both with different probabilities or with different, depending on the severity of the mutation and things like that. So I think that was just a blink. But either way, whoops. Alright, definitely resist mutation. Yikes. And we got hit by acid just as that was happening. Oh, bolt of energy hitting us. Oh no, we gotta take out him. That's my first priority. Portal projectile and take him out. Take him out. Alright, now go upstairs. Put on resist corrosion again. So that was pretty annoying. Whoa. Alright, let's go upstairs. This is pretty crazy. We tried dispersal. I'm really tempted to try dispersal right now. Let's give it a try. Nice. That was cool. Seemed to work really well. We could do it again. But these guys are actually not that harmful. I mostly just wanted to see if it works. If it would work. It seemed like it worked great. I mean, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Scatter those guys. Unfortunately, the bow is slightly less effective in here because, well, I don't want to be losing my arrows everywhere. They end up next to the slime walls. I can just abandon them. But, I mean, we have hundreds of them, so. Alright. Still have resist corrosion. Oh, we got corroded. Let's go upstairs and see if we can wait it out. There we go. Yeah, we do have corrosion resistance. It's just you can't always depend on that, I guess. Kozla, you can't give me extra cold resistance, can he? Can I get RC++++ if Kozla wills it? I don't know. Alright, but and in any case, we're ready for Slime 6, which is still the bottom. I believe that Slime is still 6 levels, right? Yep, 6 levels, so and that was not changed, at least. Eye of Draining is slightly annoying, but we don't really need our magic for too much. Especially now that we're not wearing our Guardian Spirit for now. Put on resist mutation. We don't want to get mutated anymore. So portal projectile because we don't want to get corroded either. Oh, whoops. Fire at it. Oh, we can't do that. Oh no, there's two of them. So that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt bad. Put on corrosion. And get to the stairs. Oh no. Put on mutation. Whoa, alright, get out of here. Oof. Yeah, that new corrosion is pretty nasty. We are wearing corrosion here, okay. I think I might like to find a new staircase. I don't like the fact that there's corroders and mutators right there at the same time. Can we auto-explore? Is there anywhere else to go? Yeah, okay, here's a staircase. It's nice to map out these staircases too, just in case we need to make hasty escapes from the royal jelly. We're wearing corrosion right now. That's probably appropriate. We can definitely stair dance here for a minute. Because that is a lot of these dudes. We're trying to avoid using the Kozlal abilities for the time being, just so we can work our way back up towards full invocations. Because I think we might make rather heavy use of that for the royal jelly fight. And then also probably during the Vault 5 experience. You know, even though we are getting more runes than we need here, I guess. That is a shining eye over there, so maybe it's worth... Ugh. Just having these shining eyes really bothers me. Let's explore and see if we can find the final staircase. It's the final staircase. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. One advantage of having the new microphone is I get to sing more. No, I promise I won't. I promise I won't sing too much more. I already sing plenty on this channel. But at least when I do sing, it will sound a little bit higher clarity. For what that's worth. Okay, let's try the first staircase again. Hey, well don't go near the walls then. Let's put on mutation, because I don't want to get mutated, that's more permanent. Okay, here's two shining eyes. So let's go upstairs now. Can we disperse these guys? Or just attack this guy? Whoa, okay. Yeah, let's cast Dispersal. Get out the bow. Cast Portal Projectile. Kill this guy. Really just kill this guy so much. And now kill all these guys too. Oh, put on Resist Corrosion. Please. Yeah. Man, -9 corrosion. At least it all seems to go away at the same time. We'll eat another bread ration. Oh man, this is just a nasty, nasty place. I think we want to put on Resist Mutation again. And try one more time. Get out the bow. Cast Portal Projectiles. That's the Royal Jelly. Oh. Hello. So, never mind. The Royal Jelly has woken up. And it is annoyed. That's just a testament of how loud we are, really, honestly. Royal Jelly does not usually come out actively searching for the source of disturbance, but we're creating such a ruckus, probably vibrating the whole slime pits, that the Royal Jelly has decided to come out to personally investigate. So that says something about how disastrous we are. Whoops, we gotta put on our Resist Mutation. And we gotta kill these guys immediately. Whoa, we got corroded. Alright, so fire at you. Yeah, we gotta kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Oh no. Alright, get upstairs. Put on resist corrosion. And now kill these other guys too. We got corroded -9. This new corrosion is pretty nasty. I mean, it is nothing to scoff at, it would seem. Okay. Oh, whoops. Alright, fine. Oh, we're down here now. This teleportitis is a little bit scary for us. It's not the worst mutation we could have, but kind of ranks up there. We already sort of have one of the worst mutations intrinsically, and that armor fits poorly on our body. If we have berserkitis, that'd be really bad. Our mutation set is not that good. I mean, the RF plus is the main thing that I like about it. So, whatever. So the royal jelly was up at that staircase, so we can still continue trying this staircase. Resist corrosion we're wearing. I think we took out the shining eye. Yeah, so wearing resist corrosion is absolutely necessary. Ugh, again, with the corrosion here. But no problem, really. Okay. We got the upper hand for a second. We cleared out the vicinity here. Here come some more jerks, though. Take them out. Wait here. Get all the corrosion out of the way. Okay, yeah, maybe just auto-exploring here is not the best idea. The royal jelly, last we saw him, was up in that vicinity. I don't know if we can find the other staircase, but there's the royal jelly. So we are faster than the royal jelly. No, maybe we are. Alright, so what are we going to do here exactly? Bow, quaff, haste. Do we have haste? We do have one haste. Run away a little bit. I didn't want to fight the royal jelly so soon. But maybe he's leaving us a little choice. We got him once. We should use portal projectile maybe? Alright, can we try an upheaval over here? Let's read the immolation. Whoa. Whoops. That was a little surprising. Let's go ahead and try an upheaval now. Where's the royal jelly? Right here. Standing in thunder, that's awesome. Okay. That was something. Okay, this worked really well. Yes, look at those fireworks. Yes! Boom, boom, boom. Explosion. Okay, we got the royal jelly. There he is. Exploding all over the place. Spits out 6 more jellies, but stuff is still exploding. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of the stuff. I think more upheaval is appropriate. I mean, we've got a great target for it. Just in general, over here-ish seems to be the epicenter. Yeah, that was okay. Can we get another one just to maybe possibly get some more explosions? Yeah, there we go. Okay, all these guys should explode right now. Oh, they all exploded so satisfyingly. They have inner flames on them, so let's back off a little bit. Whoa, okay, we teleported, but that was kind of an appropriate teleport, if I had to say. Whoa! Nice. Lots of fireballs. I think Kozlov will really like that. I mean, I know the immolation, you know. I know I said he doesn't appreciate artifice necessarily, you know. Whoa! Shining eye. He doesn't necessarily appreciate being shown up by scrolls and magical abilities and things like that. But, you know, I think he appreciated that immolation, and that was really effective. It worked great with Kozlov. Good synergy with Kozlov there. Hopefully we'll experience the same thing on Vault 5. We're still at full piety, so we'll have the ability to do a disaster area. And we have identified the last scroll, which is branding, I guess, right? That would be it. Let's just auto-explore around here, see if we run into anybody else nasty. We'll shoot these guys down. We don't want to get mutated. That's the last thing that we would like to have happen. It would really spoil the victory here. So we'll just use our arrows for a minute. Okay. Great mace, that's pretty cool. But we're pretty happy with our pole arms at this point. Our pole arms is very, very neat. Great. Alright, so we've explored pretty much everywhere. We killed everybody. Good. Let's go and get the loot. So, a reasonable way to break in would be... Let's see. Can we get in 2 shots? I like it when we can, but it's not always possible. Like, this seems like a reasonable shot. Fire, digging down here. Yep, that works. Potions of resistance, nautical and staff, who cares? We're not staff users in this game. Meat ration, that's Arga. Tempting, but not this game. Stone tremors is pretty cool, but yeah, we don't need it. We forgot about that lightning rod too. That might have helped in that battle, but not entirely necessary. Bow of Krishna. Fire him down, alright. And there we go. What do we got? Steaming cutlass, steaming buckler. No, we do not need any sort of shield. We've definitely done fine without it. It's cool that it auto-identifies the last scroll for you there. So we have that Bardiche we could enchant, we could brand if we wanted to. But I just don't think it's really necessary. At this point, I think our glaive is probably better than just some random old Bardiche. Let's see. This will probably bust through as well. There we go. New kind of ring, which is what? Ring of Fire now. Scrolls identify. Bloodstained Great Mace is cool, but not for us. Potion of Porridge. Sack of Spiders. Potion of Unification. A Book of Callings. Okay, yeah. Scroll recharging, fine. Okay. Holy Word, identify. We're taking a minute to appreciate this rune because we auto-explored into the other ones. Wand of Lightning, a new kind of ring again. Great. We'll check out this ring, I guess. Protection from cold. We were looking for that, but it's kind of obsolete at this point. I mean, I guess we'll hang on to it just in case, but we have better options. We're up. We still got plenty of slots here, so put on this instead. And there's the slimy rune surrounded in our elemental fury, looking all green and brown as you might expect a slimy rune to look like. So there we go. Let's grab it. Nab the rune, very nice. It glows green. I didn't even notice, actually. I think the runes probably glow different colors when you pick them up, so I should make a note of that. That could be another aesthetic difference between the rune. The slimy rune there glowed bright green, bright lime green, so I should really pay attention to that for some of the other runes. Maybe I should go back and look. Also, a new kind of ring. What do we got? Ring of Positive Energy. I really don't think we need that. We've got plenty of better NR plus rings. RN plus rings, excuse me, not NR. But yeah, we've found whole bunch of sources of RN this game, which is kind of cool. Can't reach some places. We were able to get in some of those. Okay, I guess it's just talking about those random bits on the side, but we got all the treasure. Just make sure we are looking at all of our artifacts. Yeah, those things are pretty cool, but not for us. Yeah. Cool tools. So we got our 3 runes. We could theoretically be done. I mean, we could be done. I think we'll probably go and get the silver rune, though, too. We'll save that for another video. We'll save that for tomorrow, because this video already went on longer than I expected it to. But hopefully, yeah, we'll just pick up the silver rune there, because mostly just because I want to try out Disaster Area on Vault 5. And then we might be done. We might be done with the runes there. We'll probably head to Zot and then see what happens. If we're feeling ambitious, we'll go to Tomb. But we'll see about that. Anyway, we'll think about that later. Let's go back to our secondary vault, or our secondary stash, just because I feel like I've got most of my stuff over there that I wanted to pick back up. We did create a separate pile specifically for that purpose. Alright, Auto Explorer is being a lot more annoying now that I'm teleporting all around. Fine, so yeah, here, let's drop some of the stuff. Wand of Lightning, we don't need. Meat rations. Recharging. I might read that recharging actually and then charge up my teleportation. It's the best thing I've got. Grand weapon. Do I have my Bardiche here? I guess we'll see. Potions of invisibility. Potion of porridge, yeah. What's my Bardiche here? Yeah, my Bardiche of Venom. Let's read this brand weapon. It's now a Bardiche of Draining, which is not bad, but I don't think a +2 Bardiche of Draining is better than a +10 Glaive of Draining, especially at my ability level. I think you really need to get your polearms pretty close to max before a Bardiche becomes anywhere near mid-delay. So, you know, for a merfolk, that's relatively practical, but most other characters are not going to exactly get there. It would still be a good weapon for us, I bet. Our polearms is good enough, but I think the glaive is better for us, especially considering that it's got those resistances and such. We'll keep it in the stash, though. We'll also recharge our teleportation. Why not? Extra 3 charges on there. Not using it for anything else. And, yeah, we'll go over here and pick up our stuff. We have now 46 out of 52. That's still not bad. We'll put on our Guardian Spirit. There's a question as to whether or not we should change back into our other armor. I think we probably should. Let's see. This gives us 41-14. If we wear that, it's 39-12. So we do lose out on 2 AC and 2 EV, just because Dragon Armor is so nice. But on the other hand, it makes our resistances a lot better. We get complete draining resistance, super fire resistance, which we definitely want going into Zots and places like that. In the vaults, it's kind of a toss-up because we're very likely to see both significant fire and cold threats with the giants and the dragons and stuff. But, you know, and Zot to a lesser extent. You know, I mean, we see draconians, we see the dragons of all flavors. But most of those we can take it from a distance, and we're mostly concerned with orbs of fire there. Ancient witches can hit you with bolt of cold and stuff too. But, you know, in general, we prefer the fire resistance for where we're going at this stage of the game. So I think we'll keep the chainmail. It served us pretty well. The ice dragon armor is nice, but not for right now. It did a good job in slime. It really did. Nice set of armor. So okay, we might tweak our inventory a little bit later, but I think we're pretty good, and I think we're right where we need to be, because I think probably the next thing is Vault 5, so we'll probably dive right in. It's also possible we might go and just do Zot 1 through 4 first. Yeah, we've got the RF+++ in case we see an Orb of Fire. I did want to get a better cloak. Our cloak is actually pretty lousy. That's about the lousiest part of our character right now. So, with all the Draconians, we might actually find something better down in Zot. So, I think that could be a good option for us. Maybe that's what we'll do. Zot 1 through 4, maybe find a cloak, grab the Silver Rune for fun, and then maybe escape with the orb. But let's not get confident, because that'll kill us real quick. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that the sound quality is much better than you're used to, and hopefully that will continue going into the future. Hopefully it didn't just drop all the sound or anything like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.